Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday Coffee Chat with Lindsay and Neely. Good
Hey
morning.
y'all.
I hope that wasn't your coffee.
It was not. It was not. Also, as an aside, just for your reference, I can't see the chat at all, so I'm going to
Again,
yield 100%.
why?
I don't know.
Weird.
I just it
We
must
can't
be
always
me.
do this. We have no chats yet. So I see 17 people are here. They need to say hi in the chat. Because I can do this where we can see it on the screen if that's helpful.
Probably not. It'll probably just distract me.
Okay. All right. Well, here we are. Say hi in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian is here. Hello. Got
Hi.
chat going. Um,
It's
Tomorrow's the 4th of
also
July.
it's a holiday week and
Uh,
so it's a little bit weird. I'm sure people have different activities that they're in the midst of and whatnot. So maybe
yeah,
today we try to talk about things that don't necessarily require a ton of chat, involvement to keep going
there you
so that
go.
they can watch the replay.
Perfect. Low carb spin is here. Happy early
Hi,
4th.
y'all.
Yep. And Cindy is here. Hi,
Good
Cindy.
morning,
Yeah.
afternoon, whatever.
Yeah. Do you have any
It's
plans
sometime.
for the 4th?
Oh my gosh. Okay. We have a lot going on. Um, we have a cookout tonight that we're going to. We have a parade we're going to tomorrow. We have another cookout to go to on Saturday. So it's just kind of like all over the place. But, Friday will be pretty relaxed. And in fact, my husband said, "Hey, do you think maybe we could have like keto biscuits and gravy, like sausage
Mhm.
gravy for breakfast one of these mornings?" Because, he's got a couple days off given the fact that it is, a federal holiday.
Mhm.
Um, and so I was like, "Yeah, sure, we can do that." So I think we'll probably do that on Friday morning since it'll be kind of a slower day. But
Nice.
yeah,
What
those are our
recipe
plans.
do you use for keto biscuits?
Right now I tweak the one from the Southern Keto Cookbook.
Mm, I don't have that
So
cookie.
I do like that cookbook for just like visual inspiration.
That's how I am with
Uh,
cookbooks.
it's like, oh, that title sounds good. Let me just try to do that, but we're gonna just like throw stuff and things into a bowl and see what happens.
I don't have all of these ingredients, like, I have other things, though. That'll be good.
Right, and I know how to substitute stuff. I know how my ingredients operate. Well, and I
Exactly.
tell you what, the one thing I do appreciate about the Southern Keto Cookbook is the fact that the ingredient profile is not crazy. Like it's a very small number of ingredients, but
Oh, okay, that's
but
nice.
it is heavy on things like almond flour and, that type of thing, so it's very simplistic, and I
Yeah,
can't do simple things, so
sure. Yeah, makes sense.
I swap a lot of things out. Plus, I mean, I don't need to be nut free. I don't need to be dairy free, which that book is beautiful for because lots of dairy, lots of
Yes.
nut flours and things. But I do enjoy reducing the volume of nuts that I consume.
Same,
So,
same. Yeah,
you
it's
know,
funny because I started that series on, like, I'm calling it the Use It Up Pantry series, um,
yes,
where just trying to go through my pantry and get stuff used up that's gonna just go in the trash, and,
right.
it's funny because a lot of the ingredients, especially because I started with psyllium, I'm going and trying to find all these psyllium recipes, and they're
I
all
love
from,
psyllium
like,
husks for me.
yeah, they're all from, like, 2010, 2000, like, between 2010, 2015, like, that era of low carb,
Yes.
and that's the, very heavy dairy, very heavy almond flour, pretty, simpler recipes. People hadn't gotten into the egg white bread and stuff
Oh
like
yeah.
made. And so, almond flour was just used for everything, coconut flour, and then
All
the
the coconut flour with
psyllium.
18 eggs.
Yes. And then, so it's been fun to, like, go back and look at all of these really old old recipes from back in the day, back in the good old low.
Oh, back in the start of the ketos.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of fun. It's fun to, like, revisit old recipes sometimes.
For sure. I tell you what, it can be kind of difficult in current day knowledge for myself to not get just sort of twisted up in my brain like, well, phytates and
Oh, yeah.
oxalates and make it all like egg free, nut free, dairy free, like all of these, line items. And it's like, that seems a little bit ridiculous. I feel like a Tasmanian devil trying to like hit all of the markers. And
Right.
it's just not necessary for me.
Same.
And it's like I see that there's like those issues that other people suffer with, and it's like, oh, that makes my brain light up because I want to try to figure out that problem, but
Yes.
that's not a problem that I have. So then it's like I wind up just like going to an extreme for not any net benefit for myself or
Right.
my family. So it's
Right,
like,
and there are plenty of people out there that are still making almond flour recipes, like, that's a staple in their
yeah,
kitchen, and they haven't quite gone that far on the on the bandwagon with, "We have to cut out everything."
eliminate all.
So, yeah, we can have a variety of recipes, especially talking about what we share on our channel, because there's gonna be someone
Yeah,
that appreciates it, and there's always someone that doesn't
sure.
appreciate it, and that's just comes with the territory, but there are the people that do, so yeah,
That's right.
it's
That's
kind of
right.
been fun to go through those old recipes. All right,
Indeed.
Nancy is here. Helen is here from Ohio. Charlotte, hello.
I
Singing is
just I
here.
just saw that I do have the chat now.
You
So
do?
ha, thumbs
Yay!
up.
I got it. I got it first. There you go. Sing It says we're back to our regularly scheduled positions. Yes, we are. I got here first today, so I'm on top of things
Indeed.
at this very moment. Let's see how long that lasts.
Eh.
Uh, Lisa is here from Idaho. Hello. Cindy's watching on both channels in
Oh, thanks,
stereo.
Cindy.
Let's see.
I
Cindy
would be
says,
afraid there would be a delay on one or the other, and then it'd be like echo, echo, echo,
I'm sure one could be muted. So we get
echo.
the viewpoints, but not the not making Cindy crazy at the same time.
Oh. We appreciate you, Cindy.
Cindy says they have no plans, just relaxing for the 4th of July. That is nice. Sing It asked, did I miss the mug mentions? No, you did not.
We actually held off because we had not yet seen the request for mug
Right.
mentionings.
Yeah, we don't have to remember to do it because you always remember to ask. And so there you go. One less
We
thing we have
appreciate
to
it.
remember. I
Okay,
have
but now
coffee
let's answer.
with cream.
Okay.
Coffee with cream.
I
My
have
caffeinated coffee this time.
I'm
Oh,
afeared
no,
of it
not
spilling,
here.
but I just have plain old black decaf.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm very fancy.
Yeah. Your husband says he does not get federal holidays off of work. Well,
I know he
actually,
doesn't. But this holiday, they didn't have to fly anywhere, and so I think he's probably taking off a few days
there you go.
since there's not a whole heap happening at his job.
Joanna's here. Hello from Mesa, Arizona. Wishing everyone a safe and happy 4th of July.
Thank you. You too.
Evelyn is here. Infinitely Blessed is here. Let's see. Evelyn loves your shirt, Lindsay.
Oh, thank you.
Rickwin is here. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Let's see. Ellie is here from Nourishment Redacted. Hello. And Dustin is
Hi.
here. He's
Hi, Dustin.
but he's 10 minutes late. That's it.
I
Out.
can't believe we've already been on for 10 minutes. That's kind of
I know.
bizarre.
Time flies. You know that there's a meme that I love that's Fred Armisen from I think it must be a Saturday Night Live sketch where he's dressed up as like a dictator from another country. And he's like, straight to jail. If you do this, straight to jail.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what I thought when Dustin came in 10
You
minutes
show up
later.
late,
That's it, straight to
you
jail.
go to jail. Straight to jail. It's a good one. It's a
Yeah.
very good one.
I love that
I'm
one.
gonna blow through this coffee.
Brian says, just to be safe, I did a dry run on the 4th meal for lunch day. Awesome. Double. That's great. Burger and pork belly bites. Oh, man.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Go. Sounds great. I haven't planned anything. So I didn't say our plans because we really don't have plans. I might take the kids into town for the parade in the morning. And then we have some friends that live up on a hill where they can see like the high school fireworks show. So we might go do that.
Fun.
Nothing huge, just chilling. It'll be nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Off work as well. Although he also does not get federal holidays off because he is self-employed.
But he could say it was a federal holiday. That's why he's taking off. He could say that.
He could say that. He probably wouldn't, but he could.
I know.
He actually likes to work on weekends and holidays because he doesn't have to deal with traffic. So sometimes he's like, I'll take off like the couple days after and work.
Yeah.
So that's what you get to do when you work for yourself.
Yes. Indeed.
Let's see. Oh, Ron's Keto Cafe is here.
Hi, Ron.
Massachusetts. Let's see.
You are a very popular woman.
Apparently.
All of your little
I know. All of a sudden, I mean, I can go days without getting text messages, and then now all of a sudden I'm so popular. Platte River Keto is here. Hello, everyone. Say
hi, Scott.
Other Janice is here. Banana creamy with macadamia madness keto brick chunks mixed in. That sounds really
amazing.
Good. I saw the macadamia madness keto brick pop up, and I was like, "Oh, I can't order right now. I want to so bad."
Yeah,
but I can't do it.
I gotta work through a lot of the other stuff that I've got right now before I can go in and place orders for stuff and things.
Stuff and things. It's always stuff and things. Speaking of stuff and things, did everybody see? I'm sure they did. That the soup bases are back.
Yay!
Serious Ketos, cream of mushroom, and baked potato back in stock. I know a lot of people were bummed when it sold out fast and they weren't able to try it. Especially the baked potato. I think that one sold out the fastest.
I definitely love baked potato.
Okay. I saw, oh my goodness, I have to turn my phone on silent in case.
Well, you might want to check if there's an emergency.
It's just a group chat that I'm in. So.
Group chats. You got to love and hate them all at the same time.
Oh, yeah. They can be so very helpful.
Yeah, like everybody's up to date or at least has access to the information all together. Nobody's forgotten or left behind. But then also everybody goes through and like reacts to everything. And you're like, okay, I did not need to know 17 people's feelings on this particular gift that has been sent to the group.
It would be nice if you could like mute their reactions. Like I don't need a buzz. Someone liked a photo, it's like, yes, tell me if there's a new message. That's great. But I don't need
but only something that's of substance.
Exactly. Okay, I was gonna say I saw Miriam say on their live stream last night that they made your funeral potatoes. And that they were very good.
Yummy.
And I need to make them now. So I wanted to make them before and I like didn't get to it. And then this stuff went out of stock and I was like, well, I can't make it on a video. That's not very nice to people.
Yeah.
You can't get it. But now it's back in stock. I need to do that. So that's
for sure
on the list.
I had the idea I got to remember because it's been a minute since I've made them, but like the creamy base that, sort of like is part of all of the stuff to kind of stick it all together. I had the idea of using like blended cottage cheese because, cottage cheese is a fan favorite right now with all the people. So then you really lock it in with having cottage cheese and cauliflower as like those viral keto friendly ingredients just to like really amp it up. And then I also thought, what if we tag on some of the egg white powder? That way we just get like a trifecta of all of the hyper popular keto substitutionary items.
Can we throw in some psyllium husk just so we get rid of it?
Absolutely. That'll really help bind it all together. I think it's going to work.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, what can I add this to that it won't ruin?
Right, right.
Oh, I love that.
100%.
Uh, okay, so Dustin is on day 5 of a 7-day fast. That is serious
That
commitment.
sounds aggressive.
We should
That sounds
probably
very
stop talking
aggressive.
about food. Although I sometimes, like, when I'm on some kind of a really strict diet or, trying to fast or whatever, I get to a point where I'm just really interested in food, but it's not like causing me to have hunger and cravings necessarily. It's just like, oh, I could watch the Food Network all day. It's really weird, but like
It's so weird.
it's detached from the hunger and the cravings. I don't know. It's
That's bizarre.
bodies are crazy.
Yeah.
They
Well,
react.
it's not really your body, it's like your brain. It's like your brain
Yes.
says, "I can appreciate this," without actually telling myself, like, "Maybe you need to
Yes.
eat now."
Yeah, or I've done, like, elimination diets that were really strict, and I'd get to the point where I would just be making all kinds of food for the family,
Yeah.
and, like, all kinds of things that I couldn't eat, but I was just, like, in the zone, like, just making tons and tons and tons of stuff. I don't know, it's like I don't know if it's some kind of a famine response or, like,
Maybe.
it's so weird. So anyways, I don't know where Dustin's at with his fast, if he's hit that point yet, where you just feel like you can
Yeah.
cook all the food in the world and never eat. It's very
I
strange.
can be on a 5 out of 7 situation, 5 of 7 situation when it comes to fasting, as long as the unit of measure is hours, not days.
Yeah. I always fast between my meals. Every
100%.
single day. I fast every day.
Me
I'm
too.
fasting between sips of coffee right now. About to break my
Same.
fast.
Oh my goodness. Did you watch Serious Keto, Steve's what's his other channel's name?
Lean body
Something with an
mind.
L. Lean Body Mind. Did you watch his post-mortem on his
I
150 some
did
odd
not
hour?
yet. I should do that.
His ability to take data, like
Oh,
collect the information consistently, like I aspire to reach that level of consistency in my life. I
yeah.
can tell myself, self, we are going to measure these things today and in this many hours and in this at this point and this point and this point. And he had so many different categories of information he collected information on. Say information a few more times, that's fine.
Mhm.
But I was just like, oh my stars. My brain, like, as soon as the breeze blows by, I'm like, "Oh, forget it all."
We need Lindsays and we need Steves in the world, and we all have our own part to play.
Well, what's so funny is, like, he'll start talking about stuff, and I'm like, "Yes, 100%. I identify with you on these things." Like, whenever he talks about sort of the way that him and Terry, his wife, work together, and I'm like, "I am the Steve, and Jared can be the Terry because Jared loves to snack."
Oh,
And all the time, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's Jared. He enjoys snacking quite a lot." I mean, I'm not gonna say that he has, like, bags of snacks open all the time because he doesn't, but of the 2 of us, the snacker is Jared, and I'm
mhm,
like, and there were so many other little, like, things, and I'm like, I get that. I
mhm,
feel that."
mhm. I think with me and my husband, at this point, I'm the snacker because he's gotten into the whole, intermittent fasting thing. But he used to be a lot
A
more of a
big
snacker,
snacker.
just, eat whatever throughout when he walks through the kitchen or whatever, but things change. Ron says when he woke up this morning, turned on the computer and it was dead. That is not a good day. Good thing for the laptop. It's in the repair shop. Oh, yeah.
Oh, phew.
Not a fun time. Sing It says finally had the cantaloupe keto chow today. Did not taste like cantaloupe, but it was refreshingly tasty. Yeah, I do think it's refreshingly
It's
tasty.
really
And
refreshing.
my husband is just 100% convinced that it tastes like bubble gum. So don't,
Good old Jeff.
I don't
We'll
get it.
keep him. We'll
He says
keep him.
so. Cantaloupe keto chow bubblegum, pistachio keto chow Play-Doh. That's his reviews on those. Those are his 2 least favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, until he figures out what tastes like crayons,
Oh
we'll
yeah.
just kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know what tastes like crayons. I don't know that
Yeah.
any of them taste like wax, but
I would hope
I had a
not.
car that smelled like Crayola crayons
Oh
all the
dear.
time, like a fresh box of Crayolas. And so that was a wild ride. I don't know that I've ever tasted anything that tastes like crayons. It's
I
fine.
don't think I have ever tasted crayons, period. I don't know about other
No,
people around here, but that's not something I ever did as a child.
I can't speak to whether or not I never like I can't say that I never put a crayon in my mouth because I
Mhm.
genuinely have no clue.
Right.
But I don't recall ever tasting one.
Yeah.
So
It just has such a strong smell, and you can just
that's
like, you know
off-putting.
what it tastes like and what it would be like to eat a crayon. You just know.
Yeah. One of my favorite things to do with my girls
Yeah.
is they'll say, "Oh, wow, this, or something tastes terrible." And I'm like, "Have you eaten that thing before?" And it's not going to be a food item. But then they'll be like, "No." How do you know?
How
How
do
do
you
you
know?
really know? Well, I
Yeah.
can smell it.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Oh.
Bless you. Evelyn says, hubby made all the rubs today. That's amazing. Brisket for after the 4th,
Oh,
ribs and chicken for the 4th. That sounds like a good couple of days. Seriously.
indeed.
Um, Chris is here. Hello.
Good
Um,
afternoon, Chris Bear.
yes, we were talking about the well, it's still morning over there. It's not afternoon yet.
Over there. Listen to you over there, like you're on the eastern half of the states or something.
It's just a 1 hour hop from here to there.
It
Um,
is.
yeah, we were just talking about the funeral potatoes that you were
Mhm.
talking about on your live stream
Potato.
with Miriam yesterday. It's exciting because we were, showing the goods. Speaking of goods, Perfect Keto's 4th of July sale is still going on. I wanted to mention that. Um,
Yes.
I believe it's going on until the 5th. So a couple more days. You can get 20% off of a $50 or more order. Um, and they had a couple things out of stock last time I looked, which is a bummer, but they did have, it looked like a lot of their collagen flavors were in stock, and keto bar, or they call them collagen peptide bars or
Protein bars.
protein bars, collagen
Uh,
protein
yeah,
bars.
collagen protein bars.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Those are in stock. At least they were last time I checked. So, anyways, if you need to stock up on Perfect Keto, we both have links and codes. Wait, do we have? No, we don't have a code for this one. It's just links.
It's just a link,
Yeah.
and it's exclusive to the affiliates right now. It's not like a advertised, that was poor grammar. It's not an advertised sale on their website. So if you want to get the 20% off, you do have to use an affiliate link from, whomever you feel like supporting if you
Yes.
need products from the Perfect Ketos.
Is yours in your description, your video description?
It's in my video description, but I did not edit the video description for this live stream, so it's not
Oh,
there yet.
okay. I have mine. It should be in the description. It's always in the description. Well, actually, I maybe it's not. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure that out because it might be a special link.
As
Um,
an aside, like talking about sales and that sort of thing, I do have a giveaway going on my channel right now. So on my most recent video, it's got a cheesecake word in the thumbnail. If you would like to be entered into my giveaway, you can do so up until the 8th is the day that I'm going to be drawing for names. So that
nice.
that's available.
Yeah, and it was the big bag of
A big bag of blueberry.
blueberry
It's
pie. I
so
was like,
hard to do that.
Lindsay giving away blueberry pie. What's the world
I
coming
know.
to?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, that's funny.
I was like,
Um, yeah.
but
Um,
you give away the things you love to the people that are your friends
yeah,
because you want to share share the things you love with those people.
true.
So
And then if you love it, let it go and then see if it comes back to you.
yeah.
Does that
Yeah, I
apply?
don't think that's coming back to me. I don't know if that one applies on this go around.
Probably not. Let's see. Um,
I just had a crazy idea.
okay.
Does anybody know what chemical reaction causes the Pop Rocks candies to pop?
Oh, I don't. So hopefully
Because
someone
I
else. I bet
just had
Chris
the
figured
idea. Right, probably. He probably does. My thought was because they're talking about salty there in the comments now that I can actually see all the comments over there.
I'm behind.
But my thought was, I wonder if you could take an electrolyte stick pack and dump that on whatever causes that Pop Rocks chemical, like, experience in your
Uh,
mouth. What if you could do that with electrolytes?
Electrolyte Pop Rocks. That's a great new product idea.
I
It
think
is
so.
funny.
I loved
You have
Pop Rocks.
capsules, you have drops, you have drinks.
Pop
Now
Rocks.
get your electrolytes via Pop Rocks.
Well, like all of exercise people, they sit there and they just knock back creatine like it's pixie sticks.
Oh yeah.
Um, and so I was like, oh, and I know Rachel from Two Crazy Ketos, she's mentioned, knocking back electrolyte stick packs as
Yes, I've
pixie
done that
sticks in the
before.
past. But Pop Rocks gives you like a whole new experience in
Yeah.
the mouth.
It's all about experience these days.
It
Speaking
really
of
is.
creatine, has creatine been all over your like Instagram feed and everywhere
Yeah, so
recently? Like
it
everyone's
has
talking about
been
creatine all of a sudden.
right. So I was aware of creatine, bodybuilder
Yes.
bros using it, decades past,
Yes.
but the it kind of like faded and I never really considered creatine at all. And then when we were in Utah, we noticed Jeff putting some creatine, like the tiniest little pinch almost of creatine in his drinks. And I was like, huh. And then I was talking to some of my friends here locally that are very into working out and muscle gains and that kind of thing. And I was like, do you use creatine? And he was like, yeah, like every day. And I was like,
Yeah.
we have got we have got to get on the creatine knowledge bandwagon. Not so
Yeah.
much like absolutely like diehard fans for it, but just like better understanding for it type of a
Yeah.
situation.
I've been trying to take it again because I've taken it in the past. And I'm like, yeah. Well, Dr. Fit and Fabulous, Jamie Seaman, has been talking
Okay.
about it. Do you follow her?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, she's amazing.
I
She's
feel
an
like you've mentioned her to me before.
OBGYN and like a bodybuilder, and she was on American Ninja Warrior.
Ah,
Like she's, better than all of us. Anyways,
oh.
she's been talking about it a bunch.
Oh
There's a
yeah, I'm
product
familiar with her.
that she's been pushing. She's really cool. But anyways, I was like, yeah, I should start taking that again. So I've tried to start putting it into my electrolytes because it doesn't really taste like much. So if I just dump a
Sure.
scoop into my electrolytes when I mix it up, it's easy to get down. And I was like, yeah, I guess I probably should do that.
Yeah.
If
One thing
Dr.
I
Fabulous says so, then I should.
One thing I did kind of take note of was the fact that people talk about it causes you to like retain water, so you're
Oh,
likely
yeah.
to feel a certain way about that if you're constantly weighing yourself on the daily or something to that effect.
Okay, yeah, that's good to
Or
know.
if you feel more bloated or something like that, it could be that effect,
Okay.
but it's not like real weight. It's just water weight
Water weight.
retention type thing.
Yeah.
There was one guy that he had his wife take 5 grams of creatine per day. And so he was trying to test if that was sufficient for her to increase the weight she could squat, deadlift, and a couple of other specific exercises, like see how heavy she could go. So like on day 1 she went how heavy she could, and then on day 30 it was a significant increase in her ability to lift. Um and I thought that was like that's a pretty cool situation. We should look into
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But that just takes time.
Right. Well, and from what I understand, there's not really any drawbacks to it. So it's like, why not? You just have to remember to take it.
Sure.
That
That is a huge drawback. How dare
is
you sell me a
absolutely,
bill of goods?
but it's the kind of thing where you can just add to your diet, add to your, supplements, and it's good for you. There you go. Just keep doing it
I need
forever.
to dig into it.
Yeah. Lynette is here. Hello, Lynette. Ellie says she also had a car that smelled like crayons. Must be a thing. I mean, I know sometimes crayons can get left in cars and like melt into a puddle, and then
Melt
your car
into the
probably smells like
things.
crayons forever. But yeah,
For
maybe
sure.
there's something. We could get a crayon air freshener.
I'm gonna be passing on that.
Yeah, no thanks.
There
No
you go.
thanks. Let's see. Any comments that you're seeing that we need, like questions that we need to get to? Oh
I
dear.
believe Cindy asked a question.
Okay, I'll get to that. Evelyn says, I had a cousin that took a bite out of every piece of wax fruit in the cinder bees bowl, not realizing that they were all wax.
Oh.
We were at an
Oh.
Airbnb a while back, and there was a bowl of like fake fruit, and there was one that had like teeth marks in it. Oops. They looked very realistic, so I was like, it makes
Can
sense.
can I ask the question then, like, if a piece of waxed fruit or wax fruit feel like when you pick it up, it's gotta feel slightly different from a piece of real fruit. I like maybe it doesn't, and maybe the coatings that they put on it to transport them really fool people, and you just
Yeah.
didn't know. I mean, like, bleh,
Yeah.
bleh.
Amazing. Some people
Whew,
some people don't look before they bite.
leap.
Yeah.
I
Um,
also don't look before I leap, but sometimes like the feeling of the weight of something, it really like triggers my brain to maybe not.
yeah. Some people just don't have that. Dustin wants to know what the ETA is on a freedom flavor of keto chow. We can guess what freedom
Ooh.
tastes like. It's like bald eagle flavor, bald eagle and apple pie and fireworks.
Mm, mm, mm. I was thinking more like a rocket pop.
Yeah. There you go. Working on a freedom flavor for salty, likely won't be released until the fall winter though. Okay. We need it for the 4th
Do you
of
know
July
how I know that's fake? Do you know how I know that's
because
fake?
you would never tell us.
You would never tell us.
Lies. Who are you
All
inviting me to
right.
Chris Bear?
Right? Right?
Yeah. Bomb pop flavor. I mean,
That's
I
the
think
one.
yeah, the Pop Rocks electrolytes could work for a freedom flavor. It's like fireworks in your mouth.
I mean, that would be so cool.
Oh goodness. Yeah, there's already apple pie, Evelyn says. Yep, just add a little bit of like gunpowder in there and you got it. Maybe some barbecue rub throw in.
No, it's not Texas electrolytes.
Oh, I mean
It's supposed to
Texas
be
epitomizes freedom, so they go together.
I mean,
Oh goodness. Oh, Risa's here only for a few
hi,
minutes.
Risa. You probably have already departed.
Yes. Let's see. You said okay, wait. We got
I
our
believe
well actually
we
answered.
got our well, actually.
Pop Rocks are sugar candies with tiny pressurized bubbles inside them filled with carbon dioxide gas. When you place Pop Rocks in water, the sugar coating dissolves in water, and the gases are released. There you go.
How do we do that with like allulose?
Yeah, or electrolyte bubbles inside electrolyte powders.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
turns
Could
out
be
it
pretty
needs
cool.
sugar encapsulated compressed CO2. Interesting. Well,
Well, that
let's just
just
get on that,
smells
or
bad.
somebody else can just get on that. We only come up
Well,
with
it makes you
negative.
think. Right. It makes you think like allulose behaves very similarly to sugar in many applications. Could it be applied to this? And then also, what company makes Pop Rocks? And then how do we petition them to attempt it with allulose?
Yeah, like, come on, guys, be healthy.
Let's just get on it.
Give up the sugar.
There's this one creator that does shorts on the YouTubes where she makes a bunch of ice cream sandwiches, but she makes the cookies using starter dough or no, sourdough
Oh,
cast off stuff. And so every time she makes these cookies, she'll say, and these are made with sourdough, so they're gut healthy. And it's like she's trying to say it as if it's just like a eye roll type of a thing.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I
Oh,
feel like we could really market, allulose pop rocks in such a way that would make people believe like, oh, allulose is gut friendly, like okay. And then all of a sudden they're magically eating something that's like all the way better for them
there
instead
you
of,
go.
the junk sugar
Speaking of allulose Pop Rocks, RX Sugar
that we just created.
RX Sugar, the brand, has little stick packs of flavored
Okay.
allulose, and
Ooh.
it's I forget how they market it, if it's marketed as a drink mix. I tried it as a drink. I didn't like it because I'm used to very salty, very strong flavored drinks now that I know
Okay.
electrolytes, but it tastes like pixie sticks.
Huh.
Except the crystal, it's not like powder, they're like crystallized. And so it's like bigger chunks, bigger grain
Granules.
of allulose, and it's flavored. So there's like a bunch of different flavors in the box. And it tastes like candy. So it's like crunchy. It's like crunchy pixie sticks. The kids love them.
So
The kids love them.
RX sugar is really where we need to sort of like steer our efforts to creating
Yeah.
keto pop rocks.
I think because
Okay.
I mean, and if they don't do it, I think this product is close enough because you like get that crunch feel. It doesn't
Yeah.
pop, but they're really good. They're really good. And
I
I
bet
know
if
a
you just
lot of
like
people,
squish some seltzer at the same time.
there you go. Yeah. But like with all the talk about how healthy allulose is, and a lot of people trying to add it to their diet to work on, blood sugar stuff and help with satiety and things, it's great to have those little packs where
Stick
if,
packs.
you feel like you're still hungry or you just want to finish off your meal, have one of those and it's great. They're delicious.
Very, very
And
cool.
the kids think it's a treat.
That's what we really appreciate.
Yeah.
When the kids are like, I don't care if it's healthy or not. I like it.
Yeah, yeah, when they act like it's a sweet treat. All right. Are we going to Keto Palooza this year, Lindsay?
So I really, really want to go. I really want to go, but I have no clue what our schedule looks like this fall. I have no clue about just any of it. So trying to pre-plan something and pay for all of that up front,
Yeah.
ugh, I have not committed to that yet.
So it's not out of the question,
It's
but it's
not out of the
not.
question, but if y'all could use my links a little bit more, that would help me get there.
Yeah, there you go. I have no plans to go this year. Same as last year. It's just really hard for me to get there from where I am and, leaving the farm and all the money involved in all of it. It's just not
Yeah.
what we're able to do. Like we did our big trip to Utah, and that was our exciting trip of the year. That's probably going to be the one for us this year. Not sure
Yeah.
about next year because I was thinking I'd go to KetoCon next year or Hack Your Health. But then they announced that they're moving to Florida, and then I'm like, I don't know if
Florida.
I'm gonna be able to swing Florida. That's even farther away.
Right. Right.
So now I don't know. I don't know. Time will tell, I guess.
Until Neely actually comes up with a meetup in her area, a conference of health-focused people who are not vegans,
Yeah.
it might have to be on the back burner.
Or maybe I just
That
need to
farm
become
just
vegan.
really takes it all out of you.
Yeah. I mean, I could find a lot of camaraderie here if I just bit the bullet and went vegan. Community is
Okay, so
really
I've
important, you know?
I've seen a lot of people commenting on things saying, "Well, I am a vegan. All my food is vegan fed."
Exactly,
Like,
exactly.
it's a linear, logical explanation.
I also
I'm
heard
I'm a
someone say
second generation
right.
vegan.
I also heard someone say, I considered going on a vegan I wait. Yeah, I've considered going on a vegan diet, but I heard that they're harder to catch than cows. Although cows are vegan,
Good times.
so you're still going on a vegan diet if you eat only cows.
That's right. I only eat vegans.
Yeah.
100%. That's not true. I'm not a carnivore.
Yeah. Okay, Jackie is here. Creatine is supposed to be amazing for many health parameters, including preventing or reversing dementia. Oh, I hadn't heard that one. And I've been considering trying to find something I can put it in for my mother-in-law. That's a great idea.
Oh,
It's nice that
oh,
it doesn't
oh,
really taste like much. It's easy
for
to make
sure.
into
Does she drink
something.
coffee?
Mhm.
Just teet, 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 teet.
Yeah.
Dissolve it in some coffee.
Um, Charlotte wants to know how working out is going, Lindsay.
Stay tuned. I've
Like and
I've got
subscribe.
I've got tons of editing to do. But I will say that it is something that I plan on continuing to share.
Nice. That's awesome. That is fantastic. I love it when we like find things finally kind of like fall into place with that kind of thing, like healthy habits where you're like,
Yeah.
oh, because it really weighs on your mind when you're not doing it. At least for me.
Yeah.
I feel guilty that
Well,
I'm
'cause
not. And then to be in the habit of actually doing it is just like a weight off your shoulders. Even though when you exercise often you put weight on your shoulders.
where's a drum? We need a
I don't know, balloons or something. I don't know. There we go. That's it.
That's confetti.
That works too. Um, Cindy says that at Hack Your Health there was a booth for cognitive switch, which is helping with dementia. Interesting. I wonder
Interesting.
what it is that they're doing. I remember the brain tap from last year. I don't know if that's
Yeah, that was the thing where we sat in the zero gravity lawn chairs
yes,
with the
and
little fit on us.
found our zen.
I'm pretty sure I found a nap.
Yeah, I think Jeff did too. That's why he scored so high. Uh, um, Dustin's getting a manicure from his granddaughter. That's amazing.
So
Nail
fancy.
stickers and
So
everything.
fancy.
Yeah, let us know if she needs any new clients because I could use some help in that area.
I do my own gel polish,
Mm,
and I was working a lot with some spices today, so now they all look a little bit yellow. So, and they're also chipping, so I'm gonna have to schedule an appointment
yeah,
out there.
seriously. Oh, Jackie says, do you remember the wax lips and the cola bottles? Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yes.
So gross.
I don't understand why those were ever popular.
Yeah. Oh, for a while, Trader Joe's had a fireworks dark chocolate that had Pop Rocks in it. That
Could you
sounds
imagine? Oh,
interesting. Oh,
I had a thought. I don't know if it would work though. You know how, well, no, that wouldn't work. I was thinking about like how Soda Streams, they inject all of the bubbles into the water. What if you had the capacity to inject that into like hot drinks to make it like a fizzy hot drink? Like what would happen?
weird. That would be weird.
It wouldn't last for very long because that air would not be like encapsulated very well because the
No.
molecules move faster, I would think. So I don't know. That
Yeah.
would be fun to play around with.
Yeah. Okay,
All I know is I make
1956,
ideas.
General Foods product inventor William Mitchell. Now we know all of the
The more
details about
you
Pop Rocks.
know.
Is this true, Lindsay?
Oh my gosh, yes. It takes like it takes that man less than a tablespoon of Lily's morsels to then have his own exciting experience.
No, that's not what we're looking for. That's the opposite of fun Pop Rocks. Yeah,
Accurate,
I've been there. I've been
especially
there.
for those that are around.
Yes. So there's this type of bar that I really like. I found them at New Seasons at one point. I don't think they sell them
Okay.
anymore, but they're called Can Do bars, Cando. And they
Okay.
are probably the best tasting keto bar I've ever had. They're so good.
So it's a candy bar that's keto friendly?
It's a protein bar.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
supposed to have it has protein in it. It's got like the whey crisps in it. And it's kind of like it's like
Oh,
whey crisps and it's kind of like a no bake cookie type feel with the crisp
texture.
in it.
Okay.
It's so good. But chicory root is the second ingredient.
Oh.
And
That'll give you some feelings.
yes, well, now that I've gone through my, like, gut healing thing, I can eat them and I'm I feel fine, but
That's wild.
it gives me very smelly gas. Like, I
Oh,
I feel fine. It's like it doesn't give me pain. So, it's
yeah.
like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
if
yeah.
I choose to have one, I have to, like, think about what I'm doing the rest of the day because I'm like,
This is what
I
you
shouldn't go
have
to
have
yoga
stumbled into.
hours after eating one of these.
You're like, "Ladies, I'm gonna have to tap out. I forgot about that one today, and we've made some choices that make me regret my life. I can't downward dog today. Not today.
Yeah,
It's not
but
the
it's so
one."
disappointing because literally they are the best tasting keto bars I've ever had, like and I've
Is
had some
it
good
that?
ones. Yes, it's those ones. The almond butter chocolate chip, amazing. The peanut butter, they have some that are plant-based that I haven't tried,
I have a
but the
chocolate raspberry.
yeah, and they had a almond butter and jelly one. I haven't tried that one, but it looked good. They have a butter and salt flavor,
Ooh,
which was interesting, and it's crazy because I went to a
butter and
discount
salt.
store, a couple weeks ago, and they had them for $4 a box of
Those
12.
were $57 on the Amazon.
Yeah, so I bought them. So I have them. I just have to, like, think carefully about when I eat them. It's so
Ooh.
funny. But it like I said, it doesn't give me any pain or anything like that. It's just have to be aware. And I think it's probably doing something good for my gut. I mean, all those fibers, they feed good stuff. And so I think if I like, you know, grow that bacteria or whatever, feed it, hopefully like the symptoms will get less. That's my hope. Anyways,
We're gonna sit on a hope and a prayer there.
yeah. Anyways, if anyone, is feeling adventurous and wants to try those, I highly recommend them for the taste. If you have trouble with chicory root, be careful. I actually looked into that company, because
Yeah.
after I tasted them, I'm like, "These are so good. I need to, find out about this company." And they were developed by a guy with, I think, cerebral palsy,
Uh-huh. Okay.
who found that keto really helped him live his best life. And they're called can do bars because it's about what you can do, not about what you can't do. And so he has a cool story.
Oh,
So, anyways,
that
I
does sound
liked the
cool.
story behind it and everything, but that
I
chicory
just
root.
I wanna I wanna just encourage everybody watching now and on the replay, like, this is the kind of authenticity that you get with Neely and myself. It's just we're not here to sugarcoat anything. We can allulose coat it, and we can chicory root coat
Unless
it,
it's
and we
carbon
can
dioxide bubbles, then we have to
we can't
sugarcoat it.
coat those. But this is what we have to offer the world, and that is the real thing that we
And it's
all
unique.
we
No
all eat
one
foods
else
that cause
offers exactly what we offer.
That's true. Maybe there's a reason why nobody else offers what we're offering.
It's true. It's true. Hey, if you see those bars on the shelf, now you have some good information to make an informed
The
decision.
more you know.
There you go. Cognitive switch is a ketone ester. Interesting.
Interesting. So does that mean it's maybe similar to the ketone IQ
That sounds
little shots? I have 2 more of those sitting in my pantry, and I am like, I'm very hesitant to use them, to be honest, because they are a very distinct flavor, and
Mhm.
sometimes my palate is uninterested. But then also B, I haven't found anything where I really need to test the limits of whether or not it's effective. So
Yeah.
I'm like holding on to it. Like, we had the best time ever doing the meetup with Keto Chow back in
Yeah. We
May,
should have done a shot right before our talk.
and like filmed it and been like, are we any better? I feel like if we ever get the opportunity to go speak somewhere again, now that we have like a baseline of not using it, we should take one the next
There
go
you go.
around to start to test, because you got to have a baseline place rather than, just like starting diving into it. So,
There you go. That's
yeah,
science. Science right there.
it's science.
Cindy says my husband ordered some as it has also helped with Parkinson's. That's amazing.
That's really cool.
I love that. Um
Jackie says she's got so many browser tabs open right now from things we've talked about.
Oh, we are influencers
You're
after
very
all.
welcome.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. Chris says all the can-do bars are out of stock on their website. Yeah, I was
Okay.
wondering if they weren't doing well either because I found them at New Seasons, and then real quickly after that, they weren't there anymore. And then when I saw them on the
Mm,
shelf at the discount store, I was like, maybe that doesn't bode well. I don't know.
sure.
Yeah, but if they could
Sometimes
just
things
if they could just share their
come back.
recipe and then find a way that we could make it without the chicory root, that would be great.
That would be fantastic.
Be
Well,
great.
I mean, allulose has the sweetness. Chicory
Mhm.
root is there for sweetness, right? And flavor or
Yeah,
fiber.
yeah.
So maybe.
Yeah, and it's not like a baked good where you need some kind of a fiber flour. It seems like you could substitute it out with something.
Sure.
So, yeah. Yeah, Dustin says, that the almond butter chocolate chip is his favorite. Yeah, I think that's probably my favorite that I've tried too. Um,
They had one that said chocolate raspberry.
Ooh, chocolate raspberry, yeah. I did get the roasted peanut butter one, which was good. I just found that if I had a little bit of chocolate with it and like ate the chocolate with it at the same time, it was much better because it needs to be a peanut butter chocolate chip to really be the best. But their peanut butter
Really
chocolate
pull
chip
it
is one of the
together.
plant-based ones, and I was like, I'm not ordering that. At least it had whey. Anyways, um,
Anyway.
anyway, this is the way. Um, this is Penny's first time that she's caught us live. I'm very sorry.
Hi, Penny.
Oh, this is what we have to offer the world. We don't have time to come up with any, fake stuff to offer the world.
We
So it is
don't.
what it
We
is.
really don't.
Oh, Cindy says that the cognitive switch is an unflavored powder. So
So we could add that with our creatine
there you go.
and find the
Yeah,
benefit there. It's weird that an ester wouldn't have any flavor.
maybe it's like not added flavor
I see. Okay,
because
okay,
it could
okay.
have its own flavor. Yeah.
Distinct flavor.
And so with the ketones, like I think they all taste horrible. And anytime I've had a
Yes.
product where they try to, like, cover up the flavor with sweetener and flavoring, I'm like, "It's just worse." Like, it ruins the
Yeah.
whole flavor for me. I wish
Mhm.
there
There's
was I wish there was a good one that was just, like, capsules, and maybe you'd have to take a ton of capsules, I don't know.
probably.
But I'm like, I just ugh, it turns my stomach to even just think about how terrible they taste.
Well, and the esters taste different from the
That's true.
BHBs,
That's true.
so
The
it's one of those
BHBs, I
things
think, are
where
the worst. Is that right?
really,
I think
I
so.
I feel like esters are way more potent.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
But
yeah, I don't know.
Perfect Keto has their keto base, that's
I think that's
BHBs, I
terrible.
believe. Oh, I there's another brand that I've tried, Key Nutrition or Ancient, it doesn't matter. They had one that was like strawberry lemonade BHBs, and that one was tolerable for me. The Perfect Keto one, like I can tolerate the fruity flavor of their strawberry lemonade style one,
Yeah, I
but
got the
the
salted
salted,
caramel.
oh, that salted caramel. I tested that out using my continuous ketone monitor back right
Mhm.
after we had gotten back from
Yes.
KetoCon. It like to have ruined coffee for me for that rest of the day. I was just like, "This is not okay.
Yeah,
Who No. This
no,
is bad. This
it
is
was bad.
very, very bad."
Yeah, it's funny because I had a canister of it, and I only tasted it a couple times because 'cause I'm like, I can't do it." Then my sister came to visit, and she started putting it in her coffee, and she liked it, and she finished up the whole thing. I was like, "Thank you." I don't wanna throw it
Thank
away.
you for not letting it go to waste, but
Yes,
also not making me be the one to consume it.
yes. So I also tried the Dr. Boz ones, not the pucker. She has a smaller
Okay.
and, that one, I think it's, like, just a shot to get it over quickly, which I think is a good idea.
Okay.
But
Yes.
that hadn't come out when I ordered. I ordered a long time ago, and so I had the powder canister. It was not good.
Okay.
I did try it with my ketone monitor, and I didn't see any change in my ketones, but it also just went straight through me. So I
Oh,
don't think my body actually absorbed it. Anyways, I
back
I
to
don't
those
do I
authentic
don't do
moments.
exogenous ketones. If I had, something like Parkinson's or, something I was dealing with, obviously that would be a different story.
Migraines, like, I've heard that there's been some assistance using them for migraines and things
Oh,
like that, so
oh
yeah,
yeah, I'm
like,
sure.
medical aspects, 100%.
Yes. And then, like, building up slowly, I think you would get way more benefit eventually than just
Sure,
taking
sure.
a one-off dose of it, especially for me because my digestion just doesn't handle it. I have to build up slowly for that.
You're like, "Let me
Um,
take this tiny little 2 gram like, 2
yeah,
milligram."
yeah, yeah. So we have tried the keto brains. Lindsay, what was your thoughts on that?
I love the people behind Keto Brains. I got to, like,
Oh,
have
yeah, you got to meet 'em.
conversations with them at Keto Palooza. Fantastic people, love what they are doing. I personally do not appreciate the flavor of coconut mixed into my coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so for me, adding it to coffee, I've tried it multiple times. I bought like their actual, like regular sized bag when we were at KPL, and it I need to find a better application for it because I have not been able to test it to see if it does actually benefit me in the way that it's
Yeah.
intending to.
Yeah.
I can't get over that flavor. I just not in my coffee anyway, but I'm also, the super boring black coffee
Mhm.
drinker these days.
Yeah.
So that makes a big difference,
Yeah.
but I really like what they're trying to do.
Yeah. So I have tasted it. I worked through one bag. I have another bag that's unopened that I need to figure out how to use. I don't mind it in my coffee if I'm dairy free. If I have the option of cream, I'm cream all the way. But
Team cream.
yeah, if I'm dairy free, I like it, and it actually tastes very similar to me to the dairy free creamer mix that I made. It's actually almost the same ingredients. I forget if Keto Brains has collagen in it. but it has the MCT oil powder and the coconut milk powder, I think. So it's actually really similar, and it tastes the same to me. Are you okay?
I just had a thought.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
Okay,
I could.
I was gonna say, as far as like the cognitive stuff, I never noticed any of that because I went through a pretty long period of being dairy free and using it in my coffee. I didn't notice any huge bump in anything like that. I just didn't mind the flavor. So since I didn't notice the cognitive thing, and the flavor is very similar to the mix that I make, that probably ends up being cheaper. I haven't gone through and done the price comparison. I'd probably just stick with the mix that I make. Um,
Mm,
that's just me. But I think, yeah, again, I like the company, and if you do get that cognitive benefit on top of the taste and you like the taste, then it's a great option. So I
sure.
love that Rachel loves it. What were you gonna say?
We definitely do not. Well, I was thinking like I don't remember how much fat is in the keto
Mm,
brains like
yeah,
servings.
yeah.
So that kind of like struck a moment with what could I do? And so now I want to go tease that out before I actually like mention it,
Oh,
just because I think that that would be mean to be like, "Oh, here's an idea. I have no idea if it works."
hey,
Like
that's what
with
these
the
coffee chats are for. It's just like off the cuff, everything, and then if it turns into something, then we make a video about it later. Let's see. Sing It has to go early. Bye. Cindy says the only can-do bars available on Amazon are the salted caramel. I haven't tried those. Yeah,
Well,
we'll
they
see.
seem very expensive for
Oh yeah.
for, like buying 12 bars, like,
Oh yeah. Well, and on their website they had, like the, I don't know, 20% discount if you subscribed. Like there's ways to get it
oh,
cheaper,
sure,
but
sure.
yeah, it doesn't sound like now is the time for subscriptions.
Probably not.
We'll see what happens. But keep looking at your discount stores because you might find some there. Yeah, I was like, $4 for a box of 12.
Swipe into the cart.
Exactly. And now they'll last me so long because I don't eat them very often. I will have
Because you
them
know the
forever.
fallout.
Yeah. Oh,
You're
goodness.
like, "Okay, we're doing yoga today, we're doing boot camp that day,
Exactly.
we're doing this on that day, so it's gotta be a right before bed treat, but only half of one, and in this
Exactly.
amount."
Exactly. Sometimes that's helpful with, portion control.
Right. Like, "Well, I can hold back on
Um,
these."
yeah. Sherry is allergic to coconut and hates the flavor. You just stay away. I love that. You don't have to
That
fight
does
it.
make it very simple. I will
Um,
say that the keto brains, like they have like lion's mane and they've got a couple of other herbs in there. I wonder what the cost comparison would be for your creamer compared
if you
to,
added
because
that.
those ingredients, yeah, like that
True.
would be
Yeah.
interesting. But if
Yeah.
you also don't notice a benefit from it, then maybe it's really kind of
Right. It all
fruitless.
depends on what you need. Not everyone needs everything, and that's fine.
What?
Yeah.
Why did I keep getting everything?
Yeah. Why do I keep getting everything that you tell me to get then?
I bought all these things and I don't need them?
Oh, Sherry, it was at a discount store here in town. That's one of those like discount stores
Grocery outlet
where
type
it's
places.
kind of a disaster, and sometimes you go in and there's nothing, and there's so much weird processed food in there that you just are like, oh. And a lot of things are expired. Like it's a kind of an experience. But every once in a while, I will find like the most amazing deals, and this was one of them.
Jackpot.
Yeah, and so when I'm over on that side of town, I go through real quick, and sometimes I come out with nothing. They had last time I was there, they had the New School bars. Have you ever tried those? Nuskool.
OL?
Yeah.
Huh. No, I
Um,
haven't tried them. I'm trying to think if I've seen them.
I know that New School put stuff into like the Keto Crate every once in a while. I
Oh,
think I
sure.
tried some
Okay.
from,
Okay.
yeah, one time. Anyways,
You're so much more well-versed in all these keto products than me.
they had the peanut butter chocolate crunch protein bars, and it was $6 for a box of 12. And I got one because I didn't know if I would like them, and they weren't that great. They were like, meh. But $6 for a box, 12, 50 cents a piece. Like, it's worth a try. So, anyways,
Sure.
so you
I
can find things
I
like
some
that sometimes.
Sure. I sometimes fear loving something so much, like, "Oh, this thing was so good," and then feeling like I
Oh,
need it in my life, and
yeah.
then all of a sudden I can't find it for an amazing price
Yeah.
tag to the point where it's like, I can't justify that in my life. But then I also wonder, what part does the price tag play in the level of enjoyment? So
Yeah,
it's like
when you
the
get it for
hype,
a good deal, you're like, "This is
you're like,
good."
"Oh, this was amazing." Or it could be
Yeah.
like mediocre, but you could be like, I'm glad I only spent $4 on that."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, like
25 cents per serving.
that's right. That's all I spent on it. I'm okay.
Yeah. Evelyn says that I could do a giveaway with the keto brains. I definitely could do that. I'll keep that in mind. And Eclectic
I
Cabin
can't do
is
that with
here.
mine because it's open.
Yeah,
Hi,
because I bought a
Eclectic Cabin.
2-pack and I used one and I've been like, I don't want to open the other one yet if I'm not going to use it right away.
Sure.
So there
Sure.
you go. All right. Well, we are over an hour here. Um, I hope everybody has a fun 4th of July, if you celebrate. And anything else we need to say? Perfect keto sale going on still.
Yeah. Going on through
Um,
Friday.
cream of mushroom and baked potato back at Keto Chow if you've been dying to
They
try
are.
those.